everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life, episode 106, and with me, Cid, of course. And I'm going to start off with some comments today, just for a change. We're going to start rather than end with them. So, there was over in the library, I have been doing more books, so the bookshelves are slowly filling. You know, we're starting to get to the point where sections are almost full or getting full. Other bits not so full. You know, Unbreaking's been full for the longest time possible. Knockback 2 is almost full. Decay's almost full. Mending is almost full. Roasting is full. Spikes 2 is almost full. Launch 3 is almost full. Wither is now full. And this is all the overflow. So I've started getting selective about what I disenchant. So with the bows, if it's power 4 or break 3, unbreaking 3, I've been a little bit more selective. Now I am going to combine a bunch of the power 4 books, so that's going to come along, but these are all books with 2 enchants on them, so we are getting sharpness and stuff we don't want on this anyway. And these are all books with more than 2 on them, and yeah. So on the subject of that, so on the episode, what would it be, 10, whenever I was mining out large chunks of the nether, there was many suggestions for Vein Miner. Now Vein Miner is a fine mod, and you know, in the right places it is absolutely perfect. However, it's not one I want in this mod pack, just for personal reasons. I just think it's a little bit, I won't say cheaty, but it's OP. I've got the hammer, and that gives me a reasonable rate of mining without having to worry about, you know, vein minering. So, but thank you for all the suggestions on that one. One suggestion was use the rod of the shifting crust and set it to place ice blocks. That way they instantly evaporate. Still, cool episode. Actually made the same spawner in vanilla, and trust me, it's not fun to have to slab everything. Well, obviously, since then you've seen what I did, but yeah, I can imagine it wouldn't be fun to have to slab everything. I can't even imagine trying to build that in vanilla. It just, you know, it's bad enough in things. So, yeah, ice. Should have thought of that one. And then Brad suggested that actually additions in the ESD, or the advanced version, item lasers and filters, then you could have all you need to pipe into the bookshelves. Whether you can hide the lasers under the floor is another question. I've had a play around with that. I don't see an easy solution to it. I tried the phantom faces as well, and it's just not playing. But thank you for that idea. I did have a good play around with that in a creative world, and I may go back to it. But right now we're going to head over here. I'm going to cough a little bit. We're going to just restock on stuff for the library before we go anywhere else. So yeah, the library, well, let's have a look. In terms of what we got a lot. We've got 9 books of fire protection, for example. We've got 6 books of sharpness 3. We've got 4 books of efficiency 3. I mean, this system is proving to be somewhat insane, to say the least. And this is just the books, don't forget. Power 3, efficiency, spikes, unbreaking. All of these are just mad quantities of books we've collected just by fishing. And I haven't even started on the bows and the rods yet. So I'm just going to get these, and where the singles, we can probably stick them straight into the system, but you know, we've got all of these. And let me just have a look at rods. So rods, 15 of roasting. Now I don't want 15 rods of roasting ever in a million years. Look of the sea, 3. We'll want some of those. Mending and roasting, I can probably take the mendings off, even though I'm nearly full on mendings. Unbreaking, those I will not want. Roasting, and we're going to be very selective in what we have. Now these are going to be somewhat limited in their application. So we'll take those ones now. Into bow side of things, again, we'll be very selective. Power 4 and braking 3, they are utterly useless to me. Mending and withering I can use. Power 3 is... Well, let me just put these away for now. I'm not going to play there. Let me get the books sorted and I shall be back with you in a mo. Alright, well, we've got a few more books here. These are... Oh, that's a single. That's a double. Let me just put these away according to where they belong. That's a single, that's a double, that's a double. And then we've got these, which are all further books. I deleted a whole load of rods from the system, just because, you know, because we can. And there's a whole load of these single enchants, so we can probably get away with taking these and filing them before we move on. Yeah, not the most interesting stuff in the world, but if I don't do it, I'll never will. So yeah, I'll get this done and be back again in a mo. Alright, I've done a little bit of sorting, and it is a little bit of sorting. It becomes apparent to me there is one thing we need to do, a very important thing we're going to need to do, and that is restart the game, because I've teleporter crashed. And then once we restart the game, which we shouldn't take too long, we can get on with some stuff. First thing of which is going to be turning off the fish farms. They we can turn them on later, but until we've coped, I mean, that's all the books. Let me just have a look. I took all the books out. There are now a whole load more books. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a chest. We'll take a nice little dark oak one, and we shall head down to the fish farms, and we'll turn them off by the simple expedient of taking the fishing rods out. I can't think of a more efficient way of... I just heard you, matey. You swine. Creepy little creepy creeper. Whee, and down. Alright, so let's get our chest. We shall place it here. I know that. Well, in fact, no, we won't. We'll take you. And we shall go up, up. And we shall place you here. Oh, you're even a trapped chest. How apt. Right, we'll take you out. Turning these fish farms off because they are just too damned efficient. And one more time. There you go. Right, that's them off for a while. And like I say, we can turn them back on. It's not a problem. We're just turning them off for the time being. How's it going down in here, Mr. Sly Farm? Can't tell. So one of the things I would like to do, I've been thinking about, is I want to try and connect my base up above to down here and start to come down, because it's again, we're not doing that this episode because I've got bees to be contended with, but oops, but let me get me out. Come here. Right, let me get out there. Right, so we have got early doors. I stated that I wanted to have a man cave like affair, and we have a start, very vague start of a man cave like affair. You know, we've got bits going on there, we've got bits going on up here, we've got lots of room. And what I was thinking is that one either here, which might be a bit difficult, but maybe here, and we can curve around and back down underneath here and try and connect up to that. We could try and get a ramp that goes down. That's a possibility, and obviously we can continue on this way. We've got plenty of space to go there, and We've got a fair bit of space to go over there, connecting into what looks like a cave system, and all sorts of skullduggery and fun and games that we can get up to. So that's something for the future. I'm all about planning for the future. And now, if you're interested, by the way, these blocklings, I am not going to do anything with them currently, for one very, very simple reason. There is a very good chance that mod may be dropped, because it's one of the mods that we need to update, and it's not showing any signs of updating, so it may get dropped. Who knows? But let's go head over. Let's go head over to the farm. I haven't got my magnet ring on. I am good and I am happy. Right. So, farm area, everything's looking fine. I am happy with the way this is starting to turn out. This is starting to look very vibrant and happy. However, we have got, of course, all of this lot over here. Now, I don't know whether these are finished because I have unloaded the chunks, so they're not ready yet. But there is, we're starting to get butterflies, which of course we started playing with in Coop Life on the stream at the weekend, so we've got that going on as well. We've got a cultivated queen there, and that's just a forest on that one. That's a cultivated on that one, and we are waiting on this common to see whether they can get another cultivated. Just moving everything forward. But we have got plans over here, and I started making plans for a pig pen. So I would like to make a start getting that in, so we can try and do something with our Animania piggies. Now I think all of my piggies in here are sows, and this one's hurting. I don't know why. So we need to find a boar as well. I then want to start doing something with chickens, and again I am avoiding using these hatchery things because we may ditch that as well. And there is there's a mod called Roost which has a very similar functionality to that, so that is possibly a direction we're going to go. However, right now we need to decide what we're going to build this pig pen out of. So I'm going to go and do a little bit of let me have a look. Have I got an empty project? Apart from the glowstone, it's empty. So we'll keep it like that for now, and we shall go and wow, we shall go and get some blocks together. Again, back in a mo. All right, I think I know what I want to build and what I want to use to build it. So we're going to start off with the walls. The walls are going to be dry fitted stone, which is a earthworks thing. And if we look at this and go into, now let's just go do it the other way around. Earthworks. So dry fitted stone is basically crafting table, crafting grid I should say, and you do that. I think that should be enough to be going on with. And what we're going to do is we are going to we're going to swap you out for a bit of that action, and we'll pop that in there and that in there and that in there, and we'll get this kind of shaped out roughly while we're waiting for the bees to do their thing. And well, it'll be a step in the right direction. And we need to obviously pack out underneath where some of these edges don't fit, and yada yada. So we're going to go with a very simple sty design. It's going to be well, hopefully it's going to be very simple. You know, very simple suits my personality, being as I am, very simple. In my tastes, before anybody adds to that. I don't demand much from life. In fact, to be honest, pretty much just the next day I get one of those, I'm happy. So we're going to whack in a whole bunch of this to get started. I just like this because it kind of fits the theme that I want, the kind of rustic theme we've got going on around here. And this is going to be, now this is interesting. I want to take those out actually. I may even chisel some of this back yet, but growing up on the farm that I did, what I did grow up on, I grew up on a farm which had a well, it had pigsties which were separate, but then we had another shed that was very much shaped like this with pillars holding up the roof. Oh, damn it. Let's try not to do that, shall we? And the pillars held up the roof support on either side, and it was a very simple design but very effective and quite common in the area which I grew up in, you know, this idea of a trash shed. It's actually interesting because when we sold the farm, I had to I mean, bearing in mind I was only 13, 14, so this was immense fun at that age. But when my granddad retired, we had to demolish quite a few buildings, and that particular bit, this tractor shed, or I don't know, wagon shed, I suppose, for a better term, was one of those areas that he gave over to my uncle, who built a bungalow here in its position, and so we gave him a bit of the land and yada yada, and we needed to demolish it, and rather than pay builders, we did it ourselves because of course we've got all these interesting pieces of farm machinery like tractors and all that good stuff. So, you know, why would you pay somebody to knock something down when you've got everything you need to do the knocking down yourself? So we had a very simple design. Now, what our tractor shed didn't have was this stuff. These are basically shingles by any other name, and they come in things that are straight out of earthworks again. And yeah, they I just saw them and thought they would make a nice shape. We can probably come down to this level here as well and bring this all the way across, because the pigs won't mind. Now these come in all flavours of woods. I just chose oak because that's what I've got a lot of. Here we go. These modded blocks, you know, these modded tools, they're just awesome. So yeah, but when we came to pull this shed down, I was helping out, and I got the best job in the world, because what we did is we basically hooked a chain onto the back of the trailer, onto the back of the tractor, and ran it all around these three supporting pillars, and then just drove off, pulled the entire thing out from underneath. It was great. You can imagine the kind of fun you have growing up in that environment. I often miss the village environment, but then again I do like the city environment for the life and the convenience. I mean, the village we grew up in had one corner shop, which was only open like 3 days a week or something stupid like that. You know, you can't imagine in this day and age a shop that isn't open, say, on a Sunday. It's just an unimaginable thing, and yet back then it was the norm. You know, nothing opened on Sundays. Sundays was the day of rest. You didn't work on a Sunday. That would be sacrilege. Anyway, let me just get the basics in, and I shall be back with you in a moment. Right, I'm just putting in the pillars here. Once we've done these, we're going to go quickly check on the bee situation, because they should have done. Let me get my... Basically, I put a beam roof in. I've chiseled and bits of those together to make them in to a solid... make them in. There you go. That's a good English sentence for you. We'll just pop that away in there for now, and we shall do that and that quickly. And the other thing I was thinking is that we're going to... I was originally thinking that we would place some lighting in the roof, and then I've had a little think about that, and I have since had second thoughts. And what we are going to do is we're just going to have it. Well, I could still get away with a little bit of lighting in the roof here if I were to go back into project blocks, for example, and grab this. If I were to go in here, maybe here, maybe here. Now this is not going to illuminate everything, but it will provide some lighting in here just to light it up. And if we have 7, you can see actually it's not bad. What we need to do is just look at getting a little bit of hidden lighting, I think, in there, but that's fine, we can do that. So that is the basic style building. We're going to stick in a fairly substantial wall. I'm going to bring this in here a little bit more just to get more room for a wall. Yeah, let's check these bees, because they should be, what do we get, a cultivated and a common, so we're still there for that one. Cultivated a common, we're still not actually any further with that. Oh dear, I want to, let me borrow that common there. Common drone and a forest princess, and a common, I don't think, did I get a have I got a cultivated drone anywhere? Valiant drone, it's not really what I'm looking for. Okay, we'll go with we'll just go with common, and we'll take everything out. Sorry, let's get these out of these things while we're at it, and then we'll have a quick check for leaves and see if we can't get that elusive 4th walnut sapling. I'm going to probably want another grafter, because I'm going to guess that we are okay, where have you hidden your mutations, old tree? I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to have. Which is just as well, because it looks very much like it hasn't. I saw red then, but that was actually the barn. Not an ideal colour to try and spot red leaves against. You know, I genuinely do think we've got no mutations this way around. I think that might be one under there, but I'd rather wait until we get... Don't have to... Yeah, I suppose we can... There. Alright. And it was a hill cherry after all of that anyway. Okay. Fine. I'm not seeing anything else, so yeah, we'll leave that and we'll come back and try again on the next generation. And we'll pop you in there temporarily and we'll swap that out, and let's get back to these. Get back to the piglets. Sure, we got that going. Now I was thinking we will then use the same block in wall form, and we would come, and I was going to do this very straight, and I've decided what I'm going to do is not. I'm going to do it a little bit more higgled. Where did you come from? I mean, it can't have been far. Intriguing. Alright. I'm not too worried about it, but I'm just intrigued. Okay, right, let me continue on with this. So we've got this path's going to come out here. So again, we can maybe just do a little bit of this, and maybe there, put the entrance in. It doesn't have to be straight onto the walkway there. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay. Yeah, let's leave well enough alone. Need a little bit more of that as well. Project box, bit more you. Well, it's only stone. It's really not expensive at all. So we'll do that, and then we shall do that. Doesn't really matter. We've got plenty. Like this, perhaps. Okay, so we've got a field. We've got a set up area. However, what I want to do, let's start off as we need to go on. So we're going to have a pond in here because apparently pigs really like to have a little swim. So, oops, wow. Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea to take that off right now, isn't it? You can go on there. Right, so we need to basically make a pond area for the little piggies to swim in. Whoa. And it probably wants to be mainly dirt bottomed. Like that, maybe. We'll leave a bit of stone in there just for good measure. And maybe do that. Oops. Maybe like that. Oops, getting dark. Right. Send that back. I'll send some of this back. I don't think, in fact, we'll send it all back. I've got plenty of wood and I've got plenty of the flint on me, so that's fine. Okay. And we'll have a quick snooze, and then we can get back on with this. Okay. Right. So we need to, I think, chisel up dirt. We want, well, yeah, let's start off as we mean to go on. Happy souls, probably not what I'm looking for. Horizontal layers, chunky, perhaps. Maybe an interesting one. The other thing I think we could probably do with is some coarse dirt. It's not. It's all right. Let me just have a look at that. Coarse dirt, gravel, and sand, or we can chuck it in with an alchemy catalyst like that. Let's do that. Right. Get me a stack of dirt. And then we want to get in there. Right, so piggoos. Piggoos are going to want several things. There you go. Little bit extra, doesn't really matter. And we are going to want to illuminate. We almost certainly are going to want to place a few, don't know whether we're going to get away with this. Let's take some carrots as well. Now apparently pigs will eat carrots out of the ground. And we need a bucket. Bucket's in the bag. Let me go and do some wood. You know, I don't need to do that, do I? What I need to do is get the right place. If we go in here, we can get this and get this going. Like that. And then we'll pop you away and we shall get you, and if we take you and combine you with you, we'll get mud, which, oops, we might want to place let me go in and grab some more of this, so we can make the mud. That's nice and easy. Oops, I didn't want to do that, silly. It sounds more like a slime block, which is probably what it's based loosely on. We'll put mud, we'll put a little bit of wallow around the area. We'll have some coarse dirt. Damn it. This is the only problem when you go for a fast pick, is you end up with this kind of thing going on. We'll leave the odd bit in grass, and we can get a little bit of the coarse dirt around for starters. Up like so. We can put a little bit of the chiseled dirt in as well, like so, and basically we're going to turn this into a nice muddy sty, and over if I get the, I can't remember what we got. We've got roots dirt and we've got the hatchery dirt, which is that's not the one. There is another one in rustic which it is not in this pack yet, which is a shame, because that would give us a different type of fertilized dirt which would be ideal for these circumstances, but we haven't got it, so we'll have to make do with what we can for the time being. Let me get some mud in and I'll be back with you in a bit. Alright, we're getting steadily there. I planted a few carrots. I haven't gone mad because I'm not sure exactly how they eat, whether they uproot them or not. I just wanted to come over how much these guys. We've got cultivated and cultivated. Now, hang on a second. Let me just. Oh damn. Sorry. Let's that one go through. Doesn't really matter. Meadows and a common. Yeah, not going to help me. Forest and a common. And a common with a common. There we go. That'll do. Again, we'll just check quickly for mutations. Can we see any from underneath for starters? Not seeing a whole lot going on here. There's one. Come on, be a walnut. And great, silver lime. Just what we wanted. A silver bloody lime. Let's have a look. Any more for any more? There's one there. I can see it. I don't know whether you can see it easily, but there it is, hiding under that leaf. It's a bloody cherry sapling thing. I don't know whether it's me or whether the mutation rate has been significantly slowed down on this, but it seems like the mutation rate has been significantly slowed down on this. However, no problem. We'll continue on and let that go. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was this particular project. So, yeah, and that's what I'm sticking with. Right, let me. I'm going to stick a little bit of that in. We're going to stick that's coarse. That's not going to do anything. We'll stick some of that in, and we will even go with a little bit of that. And then we can just basically slap these down all over the place, make this nice and muddy and messy and anything else beginning with the word E. And I'm going to do a little bit of work in here with something else other than dirt, because otherwise it's going to look very well, it's not going to look very nice, I suppose is the phrase we're kind of working with here. But we'll we'll mix this up, get this in place, and I shall be back with you in a mo. Alright, I'm running a bit late actually on time, so we're going to make this short and sweet to a degree. I'm going to stick a wee bit of this down in here, just for the purposes of looking a bit like bedding. Maybe not quite like that. Gimme. Don't mind the odd one sideways on, but maybe even just stack one up like that in a place here and there. That's fine. We can pop one even out there. That's fine as well. And then we can just continue filling this in with the old muddy goodness that is the dirt that we have. And again, there is no real rhyme or reason for any of this pattern. This is just me getting this, you know, done things. Now, once we've done all of that, we'll take everything we can back to being dirt, because that will free up inventory space. And we shall we'll go grab you, and we can chuck that. I think you were done with that. We are done with. And then we'll get this and have a quick snooze. All good. And with a bit of luck, we're not a million miles off done. Now, I've got this lamp post. I brought a few chisels and bits items, not chisels and bits. So we're going to pop you there, just so you've got. In fact, no, I don't like you there. I'm going to pop you here. So otherwise that's too close, and there's a bit of illumination coming off of that now, which is nice. We'll stick a bit of that there and there. We can probably come over and stick one over here, maybe even one over there and there. Now this is not answering the interior lighting issues, nor should it. We've got some mud still here. Let me we'll have that one and maybe that one. Just get those out of the way and chisel everything back that can be. Again, preserve inventory space at the moment, because that is the bane of my life. Now we've got a rake. We can put the rake. It doesn't really work there, does it? We'll pop the rake over here, and I've got some hay which we'll doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter how much sense it actually makes. We're going to pop a trough here and a trough there, and then finally what I'm going to do, we'll get the chisels and bits bag out, that and that, and from the projects blocks we'll have that, and then we shall take that out of there, pop that down there, and we'll put that in there. We'll come out to here and we'll do the same process. Too much of the same process there, I'm afraid. And then we can grab this stuff here and do pretty much the same thing. We've got, actually we'll just, damn it. Let me just, I'll use this. Gets it out my inventory, doesn't it? And then we'll do that the same again here. And then we'll do maybe the, well, not maybe, definitely the same here, and we'll do that, and that should, I think, be fully lit. The only thing that remains is the pig plushie. Gotta have a pig plushie. And we also need to bring the path down, but that's by the by, I think. Let me go in here. I should have a net. Have I got a net? Damn it. Please tell me I've got a net. I haven't got a net. Alright, well that's a pain. Let's go and fix that problem quickly. We'll just get rid of that and pop that in there temporarily. And we'll get you and you and you. All of that can go in there as well. Excellent. Right, let me go and grab the an animal net. We can get the pigs out there. That's an owl. I don't know what's in that, but we'll take those. Still need us a boar, but you know, we're better than we were. We actually now have piggies. We're going to be very happy little piggies, because they're going to be in their own little enclosure. Oop, poop. Oh man, that was a bit of lag. Look at that. Happy as a pig in the proverbial. Here you go, piggy. And there we go, pigs. Doing their piggy little thing. I suppose we could, I don't know whether you can actually, I know they, let me just, are they going in there? I think those pigs are just eating those, aren't they? Okay, let's just have a very quick patrol and see if we can't find any more of those sows. So that's that. We've got all of that going on. We're missing the pigs. We need the pigs, and well, we'll need to go and... Wow, there's a... What are you? You are definitely of the right kind. You're a Yorkshire sow. We'll have you. Because why wouldn't we? I really could use a Yorkshire boar, though. A Yorkshire boy pig. Yeah. I don't know whether... I mean, he'd probably wear a flat cap or something. That's how you tell them apart, I'm guessing. Maybe he's got to whip it. For those of you who don't live anywhere near Yorkshire, that's really funny. This, however, is not getting... I'm not seeing any pigoos in the immediate vicinity. I'll hunt around. We'll maybe go and hunt for some next episode. But those are happy little pigoos. And with happy pigoos, you get happy bacon. And that makes a nice bacon sandwich. A bit of brown sauce, nice and crispy. Yeah, I'm easily pleased. But we're getting there. We've now got the pig. Now we need to sort out the we need to sort out paths, and we need to get a lot of this finished off. But we can. Let me just put you in here so you can be a happy little pig too. And we'll keep our eye on these crops, see what they do. So one last check of the bees. Well, one last check of the actual... To be honest, the bees are largely unimportant right now. I just want to get this walnut sapling. There is a mutated leaf in there. I can see it. I'm not going to use that one. Now, I don't know whether this is still the same. Grafters used to break on the final usage, and you tended to lose. There's a silver lime. Come on. One mutated leaf. That's all I'm asking for with a walnut sapling in it. I really don't ask for much out of life. I know there's that one in there. I was just trying to see if we could get into silver lime. God damn it. Alright, well, it doesn't look like we're getting anywhere close to our walnut sapling or tree even today. So we're still waiting on that mutation, and what do we get there? Cultivated with a cultivated drone. That's not bad going. We've got a meadows. We need a common, don't we? Common drone. If we take a cultivated drone with a common princess, and that will give us a common, and I think I've got a cultivated down here. I have another generation underway, and there's some more bees and stuff to go into the chest. Not a great deal else to show for it so far, but I'm happy enough with the pigsty. I think that is going to be a bonus, and once we can find a male, then we should be good to go. There we go. Yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.